Hello everybody and welcome back to the Retro Gaming Collectors channel, and today we're taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Animated Prowl. And like always, let's go ahead and take a look at this box first. So just like all the other Legacy Evolution boxes, this has that really cool blue, green, purple look to it. You can see Prowl in his bike mode right there. Animated Universe Prowl right there. Pretty cool. On top you have the QR code. On this side you have the Legacy Evolution art. On the back here you see him in robot mode and vehicle mode. Name up there. Here you see his Evo Fusion gimmick, which is actually kind of cool on this figure. I'll show you that when we get to accessories. And on this side you just get more art of him. Very cool looking. That's enough for the box. So bringing Prowl back out here, as you can see, so I've never really watched much of the animated show, but I really like what they've done with this. They took the animated design, which is very like cartoon looking and very like elongated and weird angles and stuff, and they've kind of G1ified it. But they did this in such a way where it's definitely still that character. It's not quite as G1ified as like some of the Transformers Prime figures have been, but very, very cool looking. As you can see, it is primarily black and gold, with some nice tan in there. Really, really cool looking. He's got that nice blue visor up there, little gold head crest. Very cool. Like I said, I've never actually watched much of Transformers Animated, so I don't know a whole lot about this version of Prowl, but I definitely like this figure. So you can see he's got a little blue light on that side and a red light on that side. Very cool. Definitely like how this looks. Might have to check out some more of Transformers Animated, just because I want to see this figure on screen. Very, very nice looking. And for just a deluxe, his transformation is surprisingly complex, actually. It's kind of hard to get, like, to situate some of the things with the legs down here, but nothing too difficult. Definitely figure it out. Just a very nice looking figure. He does come with two accessories, like I mentioned. They just peg right on here on the sides of his legs and on the wheels in vehicle mode. So we pull both these off. So they just look like this. They're just little gold spindly thingies. And they don't really like to stay in place where they're supposed to go. But what you can do with these is if you hold the back and hold the front, you can twist it. And if it's not going to jam up, there we go. Really likes to jam. Kind of a pain to do, but you can just take it and twist it, and you see when you twist it counterclockwise you close the little blades, but when you twist it clockwise you open the little blades. Pretty cool little gimmick there. As you can see, this here is trying to lodge out from the little gears in there. It's very, this top part and this bottom part are very loose, and they like to just dislodge rather easily. But you just pop it into place, and most of the time it works again. But you can just take this and he can hold it right by the blade there. It's almost like a shuriken type weapon. Pretty cool. Definitely a nifty little gimmick they have. This one, let's see if it'll work. Usually this one jams up. It's not one to open all the way, but you get the idea. They just pop in right there for storage. Pretty cool. I actually really like how that works if you can get it to work. But we can take that off and we can close it up. Let's see. There we go. Pop that into there. So for articulation on this guy, he's fairly well articulated. His head is on a ball joint. You get a lot of side to side, quite a bit of up and down, a lot of up. quite a bit of down, and a full 360 on the ball joint. His arms can do full 360, as well as bend out 90 degrees. He has bicep rotation, as well as a 90-degree elbow joint. And his wrists can go in and out, but no side to side, no swivel on them. His waist can do full 360, partially due to transformation. His legs can kick out about that far, can kick back about that far. Oh, and kick out very far. And there is kind of like a soft ratchet point right here. If you can kind of see that, it's free here, ratchet, and then free here. Kind of weird. But he does have thigh swivel, as well as a pretty deep knee joint. And then down here, due to transformation, he does have a joint right here. Kind of just like a shin joint. Then his feet can rotate and bend down. They're on a ball joint here, so you can kind of get him pretty dynamic poses with this guy. Pretty well articulated, I'd say. For some quick size comparisons, here we have Animated Prowl with the Legacy Evolution Crosscut. Very cool figure. So, counting his back wings, these guys are roughly the same exact height. He might be a tiny bit taller, but head to head, he's taller. Fairly on par for a deluxe class figure. Let's get him out of here, and let's grab Legacy Evolution Metal Hawk. This is a Voyager class figure, so naturally he'd be a bit bigger. Very cool looking. And for the last comparison here, let's grab the buzzworthy Bumblebee Origins Jazz. So fairly on par for your average deluxe class size. Maybe a little taller with the back flares he's got there, but pretty good size on him. All that being said, we can go ahead and get him transformed into his motorcycle mode. Take a look at that. To see a transformation guide, make sure to check the description as well as right up here. Alright, so here is Prowl in his very cool black and gold motorcycle mode. And in this mode you can definitely see how those line up there to almost be like cop lights. Pretty cool, I like how that lines up there, but it doesn't want to tab together. Never had that not tab in before. Every other time I've transformed it, it's been just fine. Just when I do it on camera, no, it doesn't want to work. Kind of annoying. But as you can see, those lights go together there. On the back here, you kind of have like nice little texture. You can see the wheels here, where those little shuriken pieces go, are back here on the wheels, and they do work where if you spin them backwards, they kind of get lodged. But if you spin it forwards, like he was driving, they actually work fairly well. He does have a little kickstand down here that kind of helps him stand. Not a whole lot though. I wish that kind of lined up a little bit better down there. No, not really. It's just a tad bit too short to really actually stand on in most situations. I mean, I've gotten it to work, but not a whole lot. But as you can see, there's his big Autobot insignia right there. He's got his little handlebars, gas tank up here. If you look in here, the back of his head actually forms little like speedometer gauges. So that's pretty cool. He's got a seat here. I just really like how that black and gold looks. That is a very nice color combination. All in all, pretty nice looking bike mode. He's a fairly slim figure in robot mode, and he folds down into a fairly slim bike. So that's always nice. Just very cool looking. Pretty decent size to him too. We can attempt to stand him here and get some size comparisons. See if I can bend this a little bit and just get him to stand a little better. No. Alright. Well, I'll just hold it then. For the first size comparison, here we have his wave mate, the Legacy Evolution Insecticon Shrapnel. This does not want to stand at all. But there you go, you can kind of see how those two look. Very cool. And I said in this guy's review that he felt pretty small for a deluxe, but he's actually just like really wide. So he's actually a fair size. But as you can see, he's a bit longer than him if you don't count the antennas, but Shrapnel's way wider. So pretty cool looking. Get him out of here. And here we have the Legacy Evolution Armada Hotshot. Looking very cool. I wish I could get this thing to stand. That way I can actually show you this without having my hands in the way the whole time. But all in all, pretty fair size for a deluxe class figure. He's a lot taller than most of the cars, if you can kind of see that. But just a lot thinner. But, I mean, that's kind of what you get with a bike. Go ahead and get him out of here. Yeah, we can go ahead and get this guy transformed back into his robot mode and get this video finished up. Alright, so here we are back in his robot mode. So to finish this video up, very, very cool figure. Definitely like how this looks. They took the animated design and gave it kind of more of a G1 look, and it definitely fits in with the rest of the figures in my collection, whereas I feel like if this was an actual animated line Prowl, it would really... It's just a very different style. So I like what they did with this. It looks good on my shelf. I definitely like it. I definitely have to check out Transformers Animated. Just see this guy in action. But all in all, if you are a fan of Transformers Animated, you would probably love this. Very, very cool figure. I really like the colors. And for a deluxe class figure, it's surprisingly complex to transform, which could be a positive or a negative, depends on how you look at it. I kind of like it. But all that being said, I hope you enjoyed that video. Hope you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to chat with me and all my patrons on Patreon, make sure to check out in the description. Join me, Mega Doomer, and Nelson Cards and Collectibles. Pretty cool. Hope you have a good night.